Hatchery peeps, it's Amanda here, and I am joined by Miss Marie. We are part of the Meyer Hatchery remote team, and Marie has invited us here today to take a tour of her white Cornish cross broiler tractor system. This is how she raises her meat birds and is a great option for many people. So I'm going to let her take the show and show us what she does.
Hey, welcome everybody to our farm. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how we raise our Cornish cross broilers using the mobile tractor method. So this is one of our chicken tractors that we raise our broilers in. We run 25 broilers a batch. We do about 8 batches a year. And this year I'm running all of the jumbo Cornish cross females instead of males or straight runs. So we're trying the females this year. We really like them so far. So using a tractor, what you do is once the chicks are old enough to be out of the brooder, almost fully feathered and ready to come out, usually by 2 to 3 weeks of age, depending on the weather, we can get them outside, out of the brooder and outside into these mobile chicken tractors. So the idea is that you move the tractor daily, or as they get older, twice a day onto fresh grass. And so they have plenty of opportunity to pick through the grass and eat their bugs. And they do like to eat the grass. We do, of course, still supplement with broiler feed. You really can't grow broilers very quickly on exclusively grass. It will take longer if you're feeding exclusively grass. So we do kind of this tractor method to get good growth. We finish the broilers out between 6 and 7 weeks of age. And so this is our tractor. And a few things that we like about this one, this was our second go around on building a tractor, so we added a few other features that we like. I use these vinyl gutters that I made as their swinging feed trough, and the really great thing about those is because they swing, the birds, when it's feeding time, will try to be little pigs and jump in there and try to get in the feed trough, but the motion tends to kick them out of that. So I don't have any issue with really the birds getting in their feed and making it messy. And plus, as you can see, I've got it just high enough that they have to stand to reach in there and get feed, and I can adjust it with these chains. We've just got these cup hooks up here on the wood, and then I can raise or lower that as needed. As the birds are growing, I can raise it up. So I really like the feed. We just feed them free choice. I don't really adhere too closely to the 12 hours on, 12 hours off like some folks do. I haven't had too many issues with high losses feeding around the clock, but then I don't go fill it up at night. Whatever they eat, and then if there's some in the morning, great. If there's not, then they're ready for breakfast.
So you're basically just filling it in the morning.
I'm filling it in the morning and then letting them eat, and you can see I fed them this morning. This is what they've got left. The females tend to be a little more civil at the feed bowl, I'm finding. They just seem to be a little more nice about waiting their turn. I mean, they'll still crowd around it when it's breakfast time, but they just aren't quite as aggressive at the feed bowl when they get to be this age. These guys are 5 weeks old, and they're averaging probably right now about 5 to 6 pounds. So we'll put another week, maybe 2 weeks of growth on them, and then they'll be ready.
Now, I noticed your watering system is pretty neat.
Yeah, I love the watering system. We upgraded and made this last year, and the chicks are really taken to it really well. We use these red cups, these red watering cups. We do sell those at the hatchery. And then I just rigged up a PVC method to attach those hoops, or the cups to. And then from the end of the PVC, we have this rubber tubing that comes out, and it's plumbed into the bottom of this bucket. And then all I have to do to water them is fill the bucket up. And it's so convenient because I don't have to try to deal with waterers and them running out. We just come out here. I do, with the weather right now, it's like 75 degrees today, and so I filled this in the morning, and I've already filled it up at noon again today. It wasn't completely dry, but I did go ahead and top it off, and then they've already drank about another 3/4 of a gallon just since we've been out here talking this morning. So
Broilers do drink a lot of water.
They do. So
Gotta have something to wash down all that food.
yeah.
And then if it's extra sunny or stormy, I saw you have a little flap on the other
I
side.
do. Let me show you this. So, like I said earlier, on the second build of a chicken tractor, we decided that we were a little bit tired of running out when a storm was coming to cover them up, because broilers don't really like to be wet. So when we're expecting rain, or if they need a little shade, we orient this tractor so that it's facing with the protected side facing west, because that's the direction our storms move in. So when we are expecting a storm, all I have to do is kick this down, and then they've got a little bit more protection from that driving rain to help keep them dry. Broilers can handle, they can only handle one of three options. They don't like wet, cold, or what was the third one?
Wind.
Wet, cold, or wind. They can handle any one of those, but if you add two together at the same time, you risk having losses.
Not happy campers.
Yeah, so keep them dry, keep them relatively warm, and keep them out of the strong winds.
And how often do you typically move your tractor?
At least once a day. Once they get to be about 5 weeks of age, they're requiring twice a day moves.
And is this considered a free range setup?
It is. They're free range, they're out on grass. I guess technically they're not completely free because we do use the tractors. We have a hawk problem here. So I know if I had them just completely out on pasture, the hawk would just kind of have his free range meal ready for him every day. So at this time I'm facing a daily hawk flyover as he's checking out what's available. So we use the tractors. It gives me peace of mind. I don't have to worry about predators. We've never had an issue with any kind of raccoons. We've got them around, but they haven't messed with the tractors. I think in part because we move them daily and they can't really predict where it's going to be from day to day. The raccoons and other predators seem to not be able to predict exactly where that tractor is and where where the best entry point is.
Well, and it seems like a really inexpensive way is to raise your meat birds in a safe, free-range environment. You can use a lot of scraps, anything that you find, to create one of these.
Sure
and
thing.
Also, they're fertilizing your grass.
Yeah, we don't have any lack of fertilizer in this field that they're in. They do a great job of fertilizing it for us and giving us this nice lush green grass that you see.
So not only are they feeding your family a nutritious meat, they are also helping provide lush grass and soil on your property.
Sure
So it's
thing.
a win-win in my book. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to give us a tour of your tractor system, Marie. If you guys have any questions, don't ever hesitate to chat us on the website. Visit our blog. We've got blogs on this topic at blog.meyerhatchery.com. Also, if you have any other questions, you could also give us a call. Our call center is available, and email info@meyerhatchery.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you have a great afternoon.